So I want to talk a little bit about motivation. And one of the things that I've been learning to do more of is take the negative that's going on in my life and those things that would normally make me want to turn away or change direction to find an easier path or something that I don't want to face because it's a difficult piece of information, like family health. That's a big thing, right? Like you get hit with some bad news about a family member's health, and what do? What recourse do you have, right? I've been trying to learn to take that emotional turmoil, that distress and that frustration, that sadness, whatever the negative emotion is that I'm trying to process. I've been trying to get better at turning that into fuel for walking, working out, burning calories, and getting in better shape. Especially it seems important when it's related to family health that the reaction be to improve my own. Highly recommend it to everyone. Improve your health. You'll feel better. It's easy to say, it's a pretty basic statement to make, but at the same time, I know there's a lot of complexities involved. I know that it is unique to every person's situation, but there's some basic principles of truth that can be applied. Weight, as far as I understand it, is a matter of input and output. Calories in, calories burned. Nutrition is a different thing, but weight, that's pretty basic, right? Like, I mean, at least I think so. You know, if you're not putting it in, then there's nothing there to stay, then there's no weight to be gained. Because you actually have to add weight, right? And the only place to add that is through your mouth. So, yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's my thought process, right? So what I'm trying to do is basically crank up the output while reducing the input. Now, don't get me wrong, I've reduced a lot of sugar and stuff, but I still eat desserts. I still eat carbs and bread and butter and oil and fat, all the stuff that tastes good. It's just a matter of I do it in moderation, and I try to eat more slowly, so that way I'm not just shoveling food in my face. All of this stuff is like little tweaks, little adjustments, little changes that over time I've been building upon to make better and better, so they're more significant now than when I first started, right? Example, I got a backpack that's got a lot of weight in it. When I started, there's no way I would be doing this. I'd have 5-10 pounds in a backpack, and I'd wear that backpack for maybe an hour a day, maybe. And the majority of that time was walking with my dog, and even then I wasn't doing the increased walking. Like I would walk, but I'd take my dog to where she needed to go or wanted to go to do her business, and then I'd just stand there. But now I do squats while I'm waiting, or I walk around while I'm waiting. I play with her more. She's happier as a result, because I actually play with my dog more as part of being active to burn more calories than just throwing a ball for her. Like, and when I mean play with her, like, I play with her all the time, obviously, right? Like, she has tons of toys and all sorts of different chew toys and stuffed animals, and yeah, she's spoiled. But the point is I've noticed there's a difference, it seems, in her happiness levels as a result of me playing with her hands-on, like wrestling or tug-of-war or stuff like that, as opposed to just throwing a ball or using a laser pointer or any of those types of things that are kind of a passive form of play, I guess you'd call it. Anyhow, it's a cool thing, seeing a positive impact on, I mean, she's my dog, so I can't ask her questions, but I can see changes in her demeanor, anyways, that's been an unexpected privilege and pleasure to watch. But a secondary benefit. But going back to the original point, life's going to hit you, and it's going to keep hitting you, and that's how it goes. But your reaction to it is really the only thing you can control. Previously, I had but I had bad reactions to stuff, right? Like I'd get emotionally distressed about some news. I'd hear something on the radio or watch something on TV, and all of a sudden I'd be nervous or scared or frustrated or angry. Some politician did something in some place that's gonna mean that I'm poor now, or that I'm gonna have to do some ridiculous thing, or that the list goes on, right? All of that stuff can be motivation to keep you moving forward in a positive direction. And while previously I was letting that stuff bear me down and have way too much impact and effect on my psyche and my mood, now I'm trying to take that stuff and channel it towards a positive result. I realize some of that's a little bit generic, but I mean, that's the basic idea of it, though. It's just, sorry, there's a nail on the ground. It's not good. But the point of it is just, you know, to transform the negative into good. Which, I mean, funny enough, is actually the whole point of this channel. Is I went through something really negative, and I don't want other people to have to go through that same negative. And if this can somehow change that for even just a couple people, right? One person, if somebody has a benefit from hearing my story and they change their decision making so that way they don't experience the same difficulties that I have, that would really help making me feel like there was some sort of redeemable quality to going through all of this, because I feel a lot better. But sucked getting here. Sucks even worse staying where I was, though. So highly recommend that find a way to get out of the hole that you're in if you're down there. If you're not down there, let me tell you, it's not a great vacation spot. Definitely not a place you want to set up shop and hang out. It can be fun to eat food. In fact, it's generally always fun to eat food. But not if it's going to hurt you in the long run. I mean, that's a bad investment. Anyhow, sorry, a little bit more of a somber mood this morning, I guess. Like I said, I mean, the point of this video is not exactly a super happy topic, but I mean, the idea of taking negative and turning it into positive, I guess ultimately that's a good thing, or a positive thing. But yeah, one of those little bit more difficult mornings, but one of those little bit more difficult mornings that makes it so that way you put in a little bit more effort and burn a little bit more calories. So today's going to be a better day of energy exertion and losing weight and getting in shape. But I hope you have an awesome day. I hope you have a good start to it, and if you don't, I hope that it just gets better, because you know, challenges are good, but every now and then it's nice to have a downhill day, a day that's just a breeze. Everything flows smoothly and goes correctly, and yeah, I hope you have that today. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you next time.